This is perhaps the biggest problem screenwriters are facing right now. How do you even get your scripts to the big studios? The big studios like Maddock, Dharma, Yash Raj, and Excel Entertainment. Well, the process is not that difficult, and I'm here to tell you exactly how to do it. These production houses do accept outside material; they just don't advertise, given the sheer volume of scripts that they receive almost on a daily basis. I worked at a production house before where I used to receive a lot of scripts from outside writers, and trust me, it's a task to read those scripts. So let me tell you how to actually go about pitching your script to a big studio. First of all, you should be an active member of the SWA. SWA is Screenwriters Association of India. It's a body that helps you register your material and safeguard you from any kind of theft. Most of the big studios only accept SWA registered material, so you have to make sure that even before you start pitching to these studios, you have to become an active member of the SWA. I'll put the link in the description and the kind of fee structure that needs to be submitted to be able to become a member of it. Secondly, only when you inquire, these studios will tell you exactly how to pitch the stories to them. There's something called the submission norms. Just remember the word submission norms. Whenever you write an email to any of these production houses, just ask for the submission norms. Submission norms are basically the set of guidelines that these production houses follow while accepting your material. The studios also want to safeguard their own interests. For example, if you pitch the story to them and they're already working on something similar and that comes out later on, they don't want to face legal charges from you because they were already developing that material on their own. So for that reason, they make you sign an NDA before you even submit your story to them. And that NDA lists out a certain clause that sort of safeguards the production house from any kind of legal case and all that that they might expect from you coming as a writer. Now, I understand a lot of people might think that this is quite unfair. What if my scripts get stolen? Let me give you an example. I used to work at this big production house before, and I've for the longest time I used to think the same. You know, any outside writer who would come in and who wanted to submit their script to the production house, I would happily take it. I would happily read it. But whenever I would take it to my superiors, they would never really entertain it. And one day I lost it, and I really asked my producer, and I asked him why don't you take outside submissions? And then he told me that production house made a huge film. It's widely popular. Even today, people watch it. But that film is still fighting a case in Delhi High Court. It's been almost 10 years. The producers still have to fly all the way to Delhi to for all those court hearings. So it's a task. The producer would rather not have unsolicited submissions if they have to bear with all these legal court proceedings and cases, right? So there's a reason why production houses don't really want outside material. They only want to work with people that they trust. They only want to work with people who want to submit to them, who want to surrender, right? So so inquiring with the studio is very important. Finding submission norms is very important. Each studio has their own submission norms, own set of guidelines how to do it. Most of them make you sign an NDA, then they ask you for a log line, and depending upon how big the production house is, say for example Dharma or Yash Raj, they'll probably ask you for a 3 or 4 page synopsis before they actually ask you for a longer story draft or a screenplay draft. So once you sign an NDA, they'll ask you for some details, maybe your PAN card, your financial details, where they just want to confirm whether you're an Indian citizen or not, whether you're a real person, and after that they're going to make sure that they ask you for your synopsis when they really like the logline stage of it. So you submit your logline first. If that excites the studio, they ask you for a synopsis, and if that excites the studio, they ask you for a proper storyline or a screenplay. Some smaller studios are good. Some smaller studios are definitely okay with reading the script even before reading the logline and the logline story and the synopsis. So they just skip to the good part. Lucky for you if you get your script read, but otherwise, logline becomes such an important element in this entire process. So if your logline is not crisp, it's not exciting enough, there are high chances that your script will never be read. So make sure that your logline is interesting. Each studio has a different requirement. There's always going to be hassle while submitting your script. I've been submitting my scripts to big studios for the longest time. Sometimes I've gotten a great interest. Sometimes, it's not been that great. But the studios, let me assure you, the studios definitely respond. They're definitely reading your material. There are creative producers. There are designated creative producers in each studios that are required to read unsolicited material and find fresh stories to tell. So those are the guys you should be getting in touch with when you try to pitch your stories to all these big studios. Let me know in the comments below anything else that you like to know about the submission process, how studios really function, the business and craft of screenwriting. Follow me on LinkedIn. I've already spoken about all this over there via text. I'm finally come on video. And let me know how's the video format treating you. Should I do this more often? Are you liking my face on camera? I'd love to know your feedback. Meanwhile, all the best for your scripts. Make sure that you keep pitching, keep sending, keep narrating, keep finding those bigger studios and keep hustling. And I'll see you on the other side very soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.